everyone. Happy birthday to me. And you, if today is also your birthday. Now, you may notice we're streaming at 1 o'clock when I normally stream at, if I do my Sunday streams at noon. So, Andrew, why didn't you do it at noon? Well, because as I recall, I was born around 1 in the afternoon. So, I am truly 42 years old now. Open gift. Oh, yeah. Well, before my sister has to get on a plane. Forgot to prep that. Okay. So, let's, so we're going to do this out of order. We'll sing Happy Birthday. I've got cake. We'll do that in a minute, but Kelly's got to get on a plane, so let's open presents first. So, presents. Alright. Invoice. Box. Apparently something that needs batteries. Okay. Gotta go get a razor. Hang on. Good call, Git. Okay. Alright. Okay. Is it a music box? And on the floor it goes. Well, it is a box. This is a useless box. I'm not being rude. It says so right there. I imagine I have to put batteries in it first. Alright, let's, okay, yep, there's a... Okay. I see a place for batteries. So, let's, and if I'm looking a little rushed, it's because my sister's about to board a plane, so I'm trying to get this done before while she can watch. Okay. This is going to be a little difficult to jam batteries in here because of my big old hands. My big old, massive, manly hands. The envy of all those who really care about such things. Get in there. There we are. Okay. Alright. And... Okay, so... Push here. No! So you see the little switch there? Every time you push it, little hand comes out of the box and turns it off again. This box is useless! No! Oh, my God, that's great. Lou says, wow, you remember not many babies look at the clock when they're born? Yeah, I mean, they yanked me out of my mom's stomach, and I was like, hey, Doc, what, I don't have a watch. What time is it? If I'm remembering from what I've been told, I have no memory of the day I was born, or several of the days following, so... No! If you didn't see the inside, it's just a little plastic. That's all it is. It's like a little drinking bird that just on a motor that flips the switch. That's you just fight against the state field. Eventually you're gonna run out of batteries and I'll win. Oh my God, that's great. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, that's great. Only with... That's something, it's like... In order to make the box, as Lou points out, in order to make this box truly useless, you have to put batteries in it. And 2 double A's to make useless. Alright. useless but entertainment for hours. All right. Okay, so we have got carrot cake, because carrot cake is best cake. So, whoops, hang on. Okay, friends wishing me happy birthday, so da 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 da. Woo! Alright, try not to burn anything. Alright, so we've got cake, we've got candle and cake. Now we must wish me happy birthday. And we're not, and I brought my keyboard out here, because I was going to, I was going to just blow a pitch, but I figured maybe I'll just accompany, just do some, 1-5, yeah. Do chord accompaniment, just to not to make sure we start that we all start on the same key, but to make sure we stay in the same key. I can't hear you, but I want you in the right key. So okay, if I can actually birthday to you. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna try to. I'm just playing chords here, so don't expect too much, but it should be enough that we can keep. That we can sing good. So we're going to sing Birthday to Me, and I'm going to sing a harmony part. I'm going to make up a harmony part. You can sing melody if you want. You can make up a harmony. That's great. I'm not singing melody because it goes up here, and I don't want to... Happy birthday to me! I don't want to do that because it hurts. So, all right. 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 We all know the tune. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Hold this, you gotta post, because we're gonna do the follow-up. And many more. I'm assuming that was beautiful. All right. Now you get to watch me eat carrot cake, which, as mentioned, is best cake. Nummy nummy. Alright. Now you get to watch me drink water. Ah. There we go. Okay. That was the match, just in case anyone was wondering. Damn. Brian says, I can't hear him, but he's singing along very badly. All right. So, today, to celebrate my birthday, we are going to read... You remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books? Well, for my birthday last year, Christmas last year, at some point my sister bought me these, which are zombie Choose Your Own Adventure books. So we've got Infected and we've got Undead Rising. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do the YouTube chat polls. And so when it says, if you want to go through the door, skip to page 12. If you want to run screaming, skip to page 27. I'll put that in the chat poll, and you guys can decide which way the story goes. But the first thing we have to do is decide which one we're going to start with. So, pardon me. Infected. There's no real synopsis. Okay, well, this one just says, will you survive the zombie apocalypse? Here's how it works. You, dear reader, are the main character of this story. Live, die, and rise again. Based solely on the merit of your own choices. The boards are in place so that you should buy some time, but they won't hold forever. What will you do? Fend them off with your Louisville Slugger. Go to page 55. Grab what you can. Head up to the attic. Go to page 170. Down to the basement. I've already got some stuff down there. Page 301. And a girl just like me said, infected is so good. Infected is so good. A girl just like you. Holy crap, this is awesome! A guy more or less like me, so get infected. Alright, that's infected. Undead Rising. Let me prep the poll real quick. And we'll look at Undead Rising. Poll. Infected. Undead Rising. Okay, and Undead Rising says... Undead Rising slams you into New York City just as it is struck by a zombie outbreak, leaving you to decide how to survive when your friends, neighbors, coworkers, and strangers join the undead. It's tough to survive, but even when you die, sometimes you become a zombie, opening up new monstrous options, including eating celebrities, being used as a genetic experiment, and exploring the Mariana Trench. Every time you read Undead Rising, you have the chance to change your destiny, but every scenario will leave you flipping pages to try again. Okay. So. Well, there we go. Did it actually go? Did it actually go? I had trouble with this before. Let me... Is the poll actually visible? There it goes, yeah. Okay. So you should see the poll. There it is. Okay, just took a second for it to go. So, I'm gonna eat cake. Marie Antoinette said it's okay. You decide which one we're starting with. Lou says, wow, my Wi-Fi cut out just as I hit the last note. The power of my singing kills the internet. Julian, hello. It is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Aquarius! Aquarius! See what my friend here is saying. Oh, Crystal got married. How about that? Well, Crystal, if you're watching, congrats. Okay. Let's, I guess we'll end the poll here, and it looks like Undead Rising. So, alright. Alright. So, we will read Undead Rising. Today, let me turn off my keyboard here. Today has not been your day. First, you woke up late and had to wait behind the most indecisive person in New York. Good God, how long does it take to order a tall non-fat latte with a double shot of caramel and no whip? Is this your first time picking out a goddamn drink? Moron. So, you were barely caffeinated by the time you made it into work, narrowly dodging a cabbie's nasty road splash, but still winding up with something indescribable and sticky on your shoes. Your boss, Lisette, looked annoyed, and you hid in your cubicle, hoping not to be noticed, and spent the first hour staring at your ex's photo on Facebook. Why did it have to end like that? Forget the other fishes in the sea. You two had something good. But you aren't able to cling to your reverie. A little before lunch, geez. Can you not even catch the smallest break? The first announcement came. CDC officials identified the outbreak in Chicago. It is some new virus, really dangerous. There are whispers of bioterrorism, but nobody knows for sure. It is now in New York and probably airborne. Then, block by block, the mayor put the city into lockdown. This is serious, guys. This is an official outbreak. You go to lunch anyway, or stay indoors and raid the vending machine. Okay. Bum. Okay, let's see. D. Go to lunch, stay indoors. Alright, and poll. Alright, so there's an official outbreak. Do we want to go to lunch or stay inside and raid the vending machine? Now, I need a bookmark. This will work. Alright, we got a split. And we're split between going... We do like food. We know that much. So far. We're split 2-2. And... we've got an odd number of people watching, if this counter can be believed, so someone didn't vote. Alright. I'll flip a coin then. Alright, so heads first option, tails second option. Plain Wi-Fi is a no-go. Aw, that's a shame. Because you could have broken the tie. Okay, so heads go to lunch, tail raid the vending machine. Yeah, that's tails. Just got to really we've got the Oklahoma quarter here, so I was a little thrown off by what was on the back here. So, tails, we are going to raid the vending machine. Alright, so we are raiding vending machine, which is page 7, here we go. You should at least respect the mayor's wishes. For now. He only needs a few hours anyway, and he'll have this crisis locked down. Once it's dinner time, all bets are off. Besides, your office has a sandwich machine, and you never stop marveling at the way it works. Those little spirals whirling along to dispense your sandwich, the whole thing humming gently. Admit it, you're enthralled by the vending machine. It's kind of magical. But just as you're about to smooth out your crumbled cash to feed the machine, you notice something dreadful. It's out of your favorite sandwich. There, where it should be, where it reliably has been every time you've needed it, is an empty Metal Gear. Metal Gear. You feel a little betrayed by the machine you've admired for so long. Alright, we've got a lot of options here. So, With resignation, accept your sandwichless fate, buy a bag of chips knowing you're going to have a hunger headache soon enough, and go back to your desk. Punch the buttons for a ham on rye. It'll do, you guess. Grab a slice of pizza. Get a salad. At least it's healthy. Rush to catch up with Alyssa. Whoever that is. Alright. Let me work on this new poll real quick. Poll. Okay. Chips. Ham on rye. Pizza. Salad. And apparently polls can only be 4. Well, shoot. Well, I guess I'll just leave off Alyssa because, I don't know who that is. So, if you really want Alyssa, just let me know in the chat. So, our options are: with resignation, accept your sandwichless fate, buy a bag of chips knowing you're going to have a hunger headache soon enough, and go back to your desk. Punch the buttons for ham on rye, it'll do, I guess. Grab a slice of pizza, get a salad, at least that's healthy, or rush to catch up with Alyssa. And if you want to catch up with Alyssa, whoever Alyssa is, just let me know in the chat. And we've got a split again. But only 2 votes, so... Oh, there we go. Looks like salad. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have a nice healthy salad. Wait. Was it 8 or 9? Salad is 9. Okay. As you walk outside, you're proud of yourself. You've been saying you're going to lose a few pounds since you made that resolution, what, 2 Januaries ago? It takes first steps, right? You don't feel too bad about defying the mayor's order because you're only going down the block to the deli. You can't be in that much danger. This is New York. The deli is moderately busy, but it's the lunch hour, no big deal. You buy your salad, hold the extra dressing, and look for a place to sit. You sit outside. It's a little chilly out, but you'll live. Elbow in at the counter, taking the last empty stool, or eat while walking back to the office. Thank you, Sky Blue Rob. Alright, new poll. So we are going to sit outside. Eat at the crowded counter. Whoop. Or eat on the way back to the office. Whoop. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Okay, so once again, do we sit outside? It's a little chilly out, but we'll live. Elbow in at the counter, taking the last empty stool, or eat while walking back to the office. Yeah. Not huge on frosting. What? Okay, there we go. One of my counters says 5 viewers. Fifth person, sure you don't want to vote? This counter says there's 7. So come on, participate. It's fun. There we go. 5 votes. Alright, so we're going to sit outside. There we go. Alright, sit outside. A little chilly out, but we'll live. Page 65. The small metal table is cold, but at least you don't have to sit near other people. One of the upsides to New York is there is always someone to talk to. The downside is someone is always trying to talk to you when you couldn't give a damn. You eat your salad, enjoying the sights and sounds of the city. Okay, they might be slightly more panicky than usual, and you are generally having a You eat salad, enjoy sights and sounds of the city. Okay, they're more slightly panicked than usual, and are generally having a very pleasant lunch when you are accosted by a filthy person. You can't quite tell if it's a man or a woman under the immense coat of unruly hair asking you for change. Disgusted, you! Ignore the request. It's your money and you don't have to share. Dig in your wallet for a few extra bucks. It's the fastest way to end an encounter with a panhandler. You know from experience. My goodness. Okay. Jared says, I refuse. No problem. Hi, Jared. Okay, so we're going to, you have money? Yes or no? Boop. There we go. Alright, so we given money, yes or no? Ignore the request, it's, yes, dig in your wallet for a few extra bucks, fastest way to end an encounter with a panhandler, you know from experience, or no. Ignore the request, it's your money and you don't have to share. Alright. That seems an emphatic no. My salad. Well, we're not sharing the money, but or sharing the salad. That would be kind of weird if someone walked up and said, "Hey, can I have a bite of your salad?" Alright, so we're saying no. 68. Of course, some of you might be thinking, this person might be a zombie. Maybe we don't want to stick our hand out at them. They might bite. Which, it's thinking. Alright. You turn to walk away, but a gloved hand grabs your arm and pulls you back. The woman, because now that she's 4 inches from your face, you can see she's female under all the dirt, says, "Can't you spare any change?" She has a really good grip on your arm and a wild look in her eyes. You're about to answer when she begins coughing. Huge, racking coughs full of phlegm right in your face. Gross! She's coughing pretty hard now and has to let go of your arm to steady herself on the metal table. You back away, throwing some cash on the table for her or the waitstaff you don't particularly care, and head back to your office. About an hour later, you're not feeling too great. You hunt for some medicine to make you feel better. Surely somewhere in this office there are some pills or something. Sneak out and go home. You hate being at work when you're sick. Or decide it's too late, you curl up for a nap under your desk. Hopefully your boss won't come by to check on you like she did the last time. Alright. Alright. Look for meds. Go home. Or sleep under desk. Alright. So once again, we're not feeling great. Hunt for some medicine to make you feel better. Surely somewhere in this office there are some pills or something. Sneak out and go home. You hate being at work when you're sick. Or decide it's too late. Curl up for a nap under your desk. Hopefully the boss won't come by and check on you like she did the last time. Okay, even split between the three. Lou says, whatever happens now, not on my head. We are off Lou's path. Alright. So we are going to sleep under the desk. It's too late. Curl up for a nap under the desk. Hope the boss doesn't walk by. You really aren't feeling well, and really, you doubt you have time to do anything before you black out from the pain. Besides, your desk is big enough and the corner dark enough that you can easily scrunch under there and have a nap without anyone the wiser. You know from experience. The office is at a low hum, but you wheel out into the hallway between cubicles and take a peek anyway. No sign of the bosses. All clear for nap time. You roll back in and slide down to the floor, out of your chair. You kick off your shoes and stretch out, hiding your face from the light as much as possible. It's not exactly luxe accommodations, but it's enough to let you fall into a soft sleep. After a little while, your low snoring dies off, along with your heartbeat. Lisette comes by to check on your progress and pile more papers on the desk. She leans down to scold you for napping on the job. She's had her suspicions about you for a while now. This is the last time you'll take advantage of the company. But she doesn't get to finish her rant. As soon as she rolls you over, she can see something isn't right. When you moan, "Ugh," and bite her just above her watch, she's certain of it. Her screams bring attention, but your coworkers are a little slow on the uptake when there isn't a meeting with management to explain what to do. Besides, the boss wasn't all that well liked, so they don't mind too much, beyond the usual, of course, that she was just bitten by one of the underlings. They do, however, get a bit more alarmed when your blood-soaked corpse starts lumbering after them. You're a zombie now. Turn to page 181. Brian's girlfriend wishes me a happy birthday. Thank you. Wants to update me that we'll be picking up the cats on Saturday. Spoiler. Turns out we're not a zombie, but we do have COVID. Should have known not to sit outside in New York. You're a zombie now. Of course, you don't actually know you're a zombie because you don't know much of anything anymore, but you are. The upside is that all your troubles, anxieties, and worries are gone. Forever. Oh, and you're alive. Kinda, sorta, in a manner of speaking anyway, but whatever did in would, under typical circumstances, have killed you in a way that did not bring you back. And yet, here you are, eyes more or less open again, stumbling on along this journey called, well, not life exactly, but, well, you get the idea. You thrash around, limbs reluctant to move properly. You move, not paying any particular attention to your surroundings. You shuffle as you walk, slowly and aimlessly. Sometimes you moan, but it's just another sound. It is challenging to keep your head upright. You continually try anyway, but more often than not your head rests against a shoulder or sometimes tips all the way back. After walking this way for a time, you become aware of other movements around you. There is more moaning now, and you sometimes bump into other moving things. Once, you walk directly into the moaning thing in front of you and reflexively bite, ripping flesh away with a yank of your teeth. Fluid drips down your jaw, and the other thing, another zombie it turns out, moves away, continuing its own shuffling walk, but does not react otherwise. A few minutes later, it falls. The other moving things move around or over it. You reach a barrier and cannot move forward. You turn this way, turn that way, stare at a wall, swaying slightly. Okay, so we're a zombie now, and we've got big zombie decisions to make. Do we... this way? Whoop. That away? Or stare at the wall? All right. These are the big decisions we have to make as a zombie. So do we go this way, that way, or stare at the wall? While swaying slightly. Nummy, nummy. Quick water refill, be right back. Okay. Looks like we're gonna just stare at the wall. Well, we should confront the mayor. They'll be happy to meet the voters. There you go. Alright, we are going to stare at the wall. Alright. You stare at the barrier. You sway. Sometimes a bit of your lip gets caught in your teeth, but after that happens a few times, it doesn't happen anymore because you've chewed your lips off. There's not enough blood left in you to really bleed. Something bumps you, and you hit the barrier, opening another wound in the flesh that used to be your face. It also jostled you to the ground. You stand after a moment, and if you still had the capacity for feelings, you might have been surprised the barrier is no longer blocking you. You shuffle forward again, back into the flow of moving things that do not have heartbeats. There is less light after a time, but you do not stop. There is no reason. You shuffle forward. There is a sound somewhere in front of you. It is a squeak, high-pitched. You keep walking slowly. The darkness gets darker. You are going down, and it gets colder, but you do not mind. You keep moving. You hear the squeak again. You walk toward the sound. Just keep moving. All right. Alright. So we're wandering around as a zombie. We hear a squeak. Should we walk toward the sound or just keep moving? Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Ronan, thank you very much. And while you're voting, I'm going to put my dish in the sink after scraping this big glob of frosting into the garbage. And for those of you who missed it, my sister bought me a birthday present, and it is this useless box. It has this switch, and every time you flip the switch, something inside the box jumps out and puts it right back into the down position. I love this. Alright, everyone wants to check the sound. We are a curious zombie. Okay. Alright. We're going to check that sound. 187. Okay. You amble slightly toward the squeaking sound. There is also a rustling sound, but your ears can no longer hear it. It is the sound of many small feet. Pardon me. You continue walking toward the place where you heard the sound. You take a step forward, and there is no step in front of you. You fall. Something inside you has broken. You can no longer stand on your legs. No matter. You pull yourself forward with your arms. There is more squeaking nearby. You move more slowly now, pulling yourself along, legs dragging uselessly. Something crawls over you. If you could still feel your legs, you might have felt that you are being bitten by small razor-sharp teeth. But you do not. You continue crawling forward. Something else crawls over you, and again you are bitten. You crawl forward, and your hand lands on something fuzzy and warm. It has a heartbeat. It is squeaking. You are compelled to bring the thing to your mouth. It shrieks now. It is wiggling in your hand and nearly escapes, but you have a strong grip. You take a large bite out of it. Even with grievous injury, it continues to struggle. You bite it again. It stops moving. Its compatriots do not mourn its passing. They are too busy enjoying the feast of their own. You and the rats eat each other in a grisly circular feast, but you're outnumbered. Eventually, the rats win. The end. Okay, so that's one of the potential paths through Undead Rising. So, let us switch over to Infected and see how we make out here. Will we engage in zombie romance? Who knows? Alright. Immortality can be yours! That's right, after successful testing on lab rats, Gilgazyme is now ready for public consumption. It's a revolutionary new gene therapy invented by Dr. Richard Phoenix and Dr. Louis DeLeon, which promises to end aging after only one dose. Simply use the patented inhaler and let science take care of the rest. Your flawed genetic code will be removed and replaced by a new and improved stream in which you'll never age another day. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. Stay young and beautiful forever with Gilgazyme. Whatever it is. Do we want to stay this age forever? I'll sell my house, my kids, whatever. Sign me up. Or does anyone else think this is a bad idea? No friggin' way I'm going anywhere near that poison. Boop. Alright. So, do we want to stay this age forever, sell our house, the kids, whatever, sign me up, or anyone else thinks it's a bad idea? No way we're going for this experimental drug that's not approved by the FDA. Ronan says, why did I come in one of my recurring nightmares eaten alive by rats? Well, in this scenario, you take some of them out. So... Sky Blue Rob says, we really didn't do too well, if we're being honest. We did have a salad, though, so we've got that going for us. Can't argue with the salad. Oh, yeah. My cuff has come unbuttoned. Jared's getting in on the game, alright. Maybe with Jared's help we won't immediately turn into a zombie and get eaten by rats. Alright. So we are gonna say no. Anyone else think this is a bad idea? No way I'm getting anywhere near that poison. Alright. 34. Do-do-do. Alright. Also, as Lou points out, technically speaking, we weren't eaten alive, we were eaten undead. Alright. Wait a minute, was it 34 or 35? I was saying, 34. Okay. Not a bad idea. Steering clear. Who wants to be a guinea pig anyway? Not you. You've heard about drugs that are produced only to be banned a year later, and this sounds really, really bad. After all, if God had wanted us to live forever, he wouldn't have given us a talking snake offering forbidden fruits. No, you're playing it safe. Although it would be interesting to see what the world would be like when Justin Bieber's on the cover of 117 magazine. So our options are, exactly, back to my boring life. What's on TV? Or, are you kidding? This Gilga whatever thing just seems plain wrong. I have to take down the company from the inside. Alright. Back to boring life. And I spelled boring wrong, apparently, because my cursor's in the way and I can't see what I'm typing. There we go. Or... Alright. Caleb, hello. The carrot cake was very good. MX, hello, thank you much. Alright, so... We're staying away from the experimental drug, but should we just leave it at that and go back to our boring life, maybe see what's on TV? Or should we try and take down this company from the inside? We're split. Oh. Looks like we've got a bunch of people going, you know what? You know, whatever. Let's just wait and see. Lou says, I feel they're railroading us down a certain path. Safe route, says Jared. Alright. And the poll, see where that ends up. Alright, we are going back to our boring life. Maybe see what's on TV. 290. Alright. You are now 3 weeks older. Sorry. Life isn't fair. But you're also 3 weeks wiser. Strange things have been happening in the world. You're plugged into the TV, and you've been following the news. It's on right now. More upset in Tinseltown, a gruesome attack at a Hollywood premiere only days after the third in a string of incidents where a Hollywood set was shut down from the violent mental breakdown of a star. We'll go to the tape right now. The following footage is graphic, and it is suggested you look away if you're squeamish. You lean in close to your TV. On the red carpet, the stars and starlets pose for cameras in designer garb. Something strange catches your eye. Joan Rivers shuffles over towards the newest young hot thing to grace the silver screen. Her gait is almost a drunken stumble, yet there is some degree of control. She stares aimlessly with glazed eyes. Her jaw is slack and her face is morbidly still. When she looks at the budding celebrity, she grows hungry. Not that any of this is strange. The strange part is that she holds no microphone. She grabs her victim by the shoulders and bites down on the supple neck. Those around her move quickly amidst the calamity. George Clooney accepts the call to action and pulls Joan off, only to receive a bite for his trouble, right onto his gorgeous face. Screams of panic ring out. A man in a tux shoots out from the theater, missing an arm and blood gushing everywhere. His date follows him, holding and gnawing on his arm, his life stained crimson upon her mother-of-pearl gown. The footage falters as the cameraman runs for cover, returning the show to the newsroom and the supermodel reporter. Oddly calm, she reads from the teleprompter. In an ironic twist, it seems many of those killed are users of the new longevity wonder drug Gilgazim. It's still unknown if there is a connection between the drug and the homicide sweep hitting major urban centers across the country. No spokesperson for the creators of Gilgazim has agreed to comment as of this broadcast. The television is suddenly taken into local control and your community sheriff appears on the screen. You change the channel instinctively, but it's all the same. You're not sure, but it seems that something like this hasn't happened in decades, with so many channels. The government has declared a state of emergency, the sheriff announces, but we are as of yet unprepared for any sort of mass evacuation. We're working as hard as we can to set up aid stations and sanctuaries. In the meantime, work with friends and neighbors. Find a group. Nobody can beat this thing alone, and we need all the help we can get. There you have it. The zombie apocalypse is upon you. The movies, genre books, comics, all of it is coming true. And it wasn't bath salts. All because a few bastards wanted to live forever and got their wish the hard way. George Romero is probably on his way to I Told You So Ranch, and all the survival nuts are toasting in eager anticipation. What's your plan? Should we hold up right here, boards and nails? I can survive off my ramen noodles and craft Easy Mac until the government figures things out. Should we go out the door right now, going into the woods? I'll call Mom from the car. Zombies love cities, and I hate zombies, so it's see you later. Or, shit, I knew I needed to go shopping. Time to fight the crowds for the Blackest Friday, the biggest looting day of the year. Guns, batteries, powdered water, I'll take it all. Or, are you kidding me? I'm one of those survival nuts. After a quick see, I wasn't in crazy email, it's off to the compound. This is the day I've been waiting for. Alright. Let's see, what are our options here? Hold up, at home? Flee to the woods? Start looting? Or off to the survival compound. Alright. So, hold up right here, boards and nails. I can survive off my ramen noodles and craft Easy Mac until the government figures this thing out. Go out the door right now, into the woods. I'll call Mom from the car. Zombies love cities and I hate zombies, so see you later. I knew I needed to go shopping. Time to fight the crowds for the Blackest Friday, the biggest looting day of the year. Guns, batteries, and powdered water. I'll take it all. Or are you kidding me? I'm a survival nut. After a quick see, wasn't crazy email, it's off to the compound. This is the day I've been waiting for. What do we do? Ronan says, do you want Resident Evil? Because that's how you get Resident Evil. Lou says, that was Joan Rivers, all right. Ronan enjoys that they used real celebrities. Brian says, say we head to the Winchester, grab a few pints, and wait for this all to be over. Jared says, I've got a bunker? I'm taking the bunker. Wait, I'm a survival nut in this world? We've got a tie between flee to the woods or off to the survival bunker. And I know we've got a couple more people watching, so let's see if we can break that tie. Or I'll break it with a coin. Oop, there we go. Looks like our tie is broken with an Oklahoma coin. What coin is this? This is Oklahoma Quata. Alright. Do. Caroline, please be mine. Loses free stuff, looting, whee! Alright, we're off to the survival compound, alright. Let's see. Survival nut, see, I wasn't crazy email, off to the compound, it's the day I've been waiting for. 151. Wow, went straight to it, nice. Oop, there it is. This page heading is called It's the End of the World as We Know It. And I guess we feel fine. You're the kind that built a bunker during the Cold War. The kind that bought a generator and foodstuffs for Y2K. The kind that's been terrified by the 24-hour news cycle since 9/11. And now all your conspiracy paranoia comes off as brilliant preparation in hindsight. There was a chance you and your constituents were going to be wrong, but as you always said, you weren't going to be dead wrong. There were more than a few times your friends thought you were overreacting when you lambasted the president and said you knew this country was going down the toilet. Even your family wasn't always supportive when you spent large chunks of your savings on gas and solar generators, massive seed banks, and of course, firearms. But here you are, your seeds planted, your generators running, ready to survive the apocalypse. Escape Plan Zula is running flawlessly. You had your first ghoul wander onto your property yesterday, and it only took 5 shots from your hunting rifle to score 1 in the head. You'll get better. But that homebrew you cracked open in celebration of your first kill was the sweetest thing you've ever tasted. Now, as you survey your property with your tactical marine surplus binoculars, you can't help but feel a sense of pride. You thought of everything. All those know-it-all college students you debated online are dead and dying. Then, off in the distance, something catches your attention. It looks like a dust cloud, but it's moving linearly. You adjust the focus on the binoculars, and soon you realize it's a convoy. There are a dozen vehicles all headed your way. It's just starting to dawn on you. There's one crucial mistake you made in your preparation for the end of the world. You told other people about it. And if you build it, they will come. Your bragging, both in person and online, to anyone who would listen will be your undoing. Remember that forum for other survival knots where you showed off Google Maps images of your compound? That "see, I wasn't crazy" email you sent is coming back to haunt you. People believe you now, unfortunately. This is only the first wave. Here come the thirsty, the starving, the infected. Wretched immigrants illegally crossing your border and taking what's rightfully yours. Maybe you won't go down without a fight, but it doesn't matter. Even if you accepted them with open arms, you don't have enough to feed and defend everyone. Attacks will start occurring from within. The worst part? Even though they know you're right, they're not here to listen. They won't accept your leadership. They're here not only to take, but also to give. You'll share their fate. If you're lucky, it'll only be a matter of days before your fields will burn and your home will be overrun. If you're not lucky, you're about to go down Wild West style. This is the end for your compound. Options. I prepared for this too. Blow it and go. Evac pack and geocache. Geocache. Stay and fight. Go down in a blaze of glory. Or go into the panic room. Alright. Doop doop doop. What was it? Self-destruct and leave. Stay and fight. Or panic room. Alright, let's look at our options again. I prepared for this too. Blow it and go. Evac pack and geocache. Stay and fight. Go down in a blaze of glory. Or into the panic room. Jared knows what he's doing. Blow it. If I can't have it, no one can. This is the best thing ever. Jared, yeah, if I can't have it, no one can. Jared says, looting is how you get bit. That or the obligatory jerk who gets bit but hides it, yeah. Jared says, Fallout it is. Lou says, see, if we'd been bitten while we were looting, we would have served as a nice warning about the perils of consumerism. Alright. Ronan says, if explosions are a choice, always choose explosions. Alright, so we're blowing this pop stand. Literally. Alright. Page 174. Right? Prepared, blow it and go, evac pack, go to 174, right? Okay. You go your own way, looking back not out of indecision or regret, but only to ensure that you weren't followed. On your own, you roam the wilderness of the apocalypse. You've never been a fan of other people, and now your misanthropy is justified. After all, the undead pursue the living, so it's best to avoid both, right? Hiking is nice, but not when you're constantly looking over your shoulder. Not when you've got blisters growing on top of blisters either. In the 4 days since you struck out on your own, you haven't seen a single zombie, but you've slept in trees just in case. You've been slowly whittling down your food supply. In fact, it is this impending hunger that brings you close to civilization once more. You can only be a nomad so long when you're pursued every hour of the day. The undead scare away any wildlife you might hunt, and it's not like you can settle down and grow your own food. But scavenging is a different matter altogether. You've reached a farm, and now it's time to look for something to eat. There are a couple different options for procuring sustenance. And said options are, check the fields. Something smells like strawberries. Maybe it's harvest time? Or, there's a large aluminum prefab barn up ahead. It looks windowless and secure, so something's bound to be stored inside. Or, the farmhouse. All the goods should be dried or canned already. Alright. Strawberry fields. Check the secure windowless barn. And raid the farmhouse. Alright. Okay, so our options are, upon reaching a farm, check the field. Something smells like strawberries. Maybe it's harvest time. There's a large aluminum prefab barn up ahead. It looks windowless and secure, so something's bound to be stored inside. Or the farmhouse. All the goods should be dried or canned already. What do you do? What do you do? I gotta be honest. Strawberries are like my favorite. So yeah. I mean, if it was corn, maybe I might make another decision. But I'm like, check the fields, the barn, or the farm. I'm like, the fields of strawberries. Oh, they're strawberry fields. Oh. Well. Oh crap! It's a toss up between the fields and the house. Strawberry fields forever, says Lou. Field is a death sentence, says Jared. They all are, says Ronan. Alright. I'll give it another 20 seconds. And then it's going to be a coin flip. Alright. And pull. Lou says, raid in the farmhouse. Meet the family from Resident Evil 7. Alright, so it's a toss-up between Strawberry Fields or raid the farmhouse. So, heads, strawberries, tails, farmhouse. Is that... Okay, that's tails. So, we're going to the farmhouse. Damn it. I want the strawberries. Oh well. Farmhouse, all the goods should be dried and canned already. Go to page 91. Alright. Okay. The farmhouse is oddly serene and peaceful. Perhaps the plague hasn't made it this far? The screen door opens and closes in the wind, and the door behind it ajar and inviting. Maybe the owner's fled. You notice a pickup truck still parked out front. Making a mental note to check it later, you head inside. With a major case of the willies, you decide it's best to get into the kitchen, take what you need, and get out before you discover what befell this home. The kitchen has a large pantry and an even larger freezer. You check the pantry first. Inside awaits a cornucopia of foodstuffs, jars of preserves, sacks of flour and rice, a whole spread. You stock your backpack as best you can, trying not to wonder why all this remains untouched. Realizing your need for protein, you turn towards the gigantic freezer. Obviously, the owner of this house slaughters meat and must store it inside. You've subsisted on snacks this long, and you're ready for a big meal that'll stick to your ribs. You open the freezer, ready for another cabinet full of supplies, but you're shocked when the half-frozen lady of the house tumbles out upon you. Your reflexes are just a little too slow, and the schoolmarm-looking woman bites down onto your right shoulder before you're able to dispatch the ghoul. Did someone trap her in there? Or was it self-inflicted, you wonder? It doesn't really matter. You've been bitten. You're infected. You'll soon find out if the accompanying fever might have driven her into the fridge or not. This being your first and last encounter with a bite wound, you're not sure what to expect. Soon your anxiety dissipates, the stress melts away, and your fears are replaced with boredom. Maybe a stroll across the farm grounds would help. Exploring the house itself sounds fun. Your antisocial tendencies flip, and soon you want nothing more than to find other people. To find and eat other people. The city's calling, and there's no place like home. How long has it been since your bite? 6 hours? Only a few more, and you'll have walked back into town. And now, you walk without fear. Day and night. Never tiring. Only one option. Better get walking. Alright. Welcome to the first day of your afterlife. You're not exactly dead, but you're certainly not alive either. You are the in-between. You don't need to breathe and your heart doesn't pump, but you're okay with that. The Gilgazim has changed you in ways zombie fiction never could have predicted. True, your body is only a tool you'll use in your never-ending quest for human tissue. So long as your brain remains intact, whatever damage the rest of you sustains is irrelevant. But the change in your genetic code, which causes your body never to age, also prevents it from decomposition. When you get wounded in the upcoming millennia, your body will simply be opened like a med school cadaver. No blood will emerge, your wounds will not fester nor rot. Yet, you're no longer breaking down nutrients, so you won't heal either. You'll simply incur a debt of flesh until it proves enough to dismantle you. Stay young and beautiful forever with Gilgazim. You're no longer skilled nor coordinated, but what you lack in grace you make up in persistence. You don't sleep or rest. You'll never feel pain or cold or emotion. The only need you have now is hunger. You don't have memories per se, but certain feelings have given way to instinct. You know where you should go to feed. Mom and Dad aren't far away, and they're always saying I should visit more often. Or, my friends will be worried. I'd better see how they're doing. Maybe they'll want to join my walking club. Or, I think I was in love at some point. Let's find my sweetheart so we can be together forever. All right. Lou says again, we are a happy, sociable zombie. All right. Should we visit parents, visit friends, or visit X? Boop. All right, so Mom and Dad aren't far away. They're always saying I should visit more often. My friends will be worried. I'd better see how they're doing. Maybe they'll want to join my walking club. I think I was in love at some point. Let's find my sweetheart so we can be together forever. Well, we got zombied again. Ooh, we've got some romantics in the chat. Ronan's being practical. Let's go for the parents. They're easier to run down. You know, friends and former lovers, they're my age. Parents are like, 20 years older. They're probably less spry than my friends and ex. All right. Okay, so we're going to visit our ex. So we can be together forever because, it's February now. We're getting close to Valentine's Day. We're of the romantic sort. 213. Well, here's a good chapter time. Parting is such sweet, tasty sorrow. You walk towards your soulmate. Heck, you would walk 500 miles. Even 500 more. Lucky for you... There's a reference. Lucky for you, you don't have to. You're close. Very close. Remember the whispered sweet nothings, the nibbles and tickles? Well, you don't, really, at least not in the way of a poet. But you know what? Your desire is everlasting. Not lyrical or even prosaic, but truly permanent. Your need for screamed sweet nothings, for nibbles and blood trickles, will never wane. Diamonds may be forever, but so are you now. Suddenly you're ready for commitment. You want to scoop your love up in your arms and say, "Till death do us part." If only you could speak. You arrive at your soulmate's doorstep. The place has been broken down, invaded already. You've been cuckolded. The door... Jesus. The door and windows have collapsed under the pressure of 100 adoring fans. Still, you move inside, just in case. Nothing left for you but a gruesome story written in viscera upon the walls you once knew so well. Alas, you're to be star-crossed lovers evermore. Devastated, you leave the home. Your heart wrenches, and you want nothing more than to take your frustration out on some fresh humans. You look around. Weren't you here for some purpose? You can't recall. It seems like there should have been a reason you came here, but it escapes you. The last feelings of familiarity flow away like a final sense of deja vu as memory gives way to instinct within you. Time to feed. Where to? To the hospital? I want to give back. Share this gift. Heal the sick. Or, I'm gonna keep rocking the suburbs. Or, isn't there a nursery or an old folks' home somewhere around here? I feel like slow prey. Alright. Remember the nibbles, particularly the nibbles. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles. Right. Da-da-da-da. Yes, we all know the song. Alright. Hospital. Rock these suburbs. Or... Alright. We're hungry. We need num-nums. So, we go into the hospital, give back, share the gift, heal the sick. Gonna keep rocking the suburbs, or check out a nursery or old folks' home somewhere. Because slow prey is best prey. They've run off with another zombie. Yeah. The boat. It has been missed. The love boat is a little old place where we can... No. Choose. But choose wisely. Looks like slow prey is best prey. We'll give it another few seconds. Alright. Alright, so we are going to the old... is there a nursery or old folks home somewhere around here? I like slow prey. Alright, 341. 341, yes, 341. Ooh, getting nearly to the end of the book here. Alright, there we go. Chapter title, You're Really Sick. Well, you're obviously a lazy zombie, so you go for the closest easy prey. As it turns out, it's some kind of YMCA or Big Brothers Sisters program headquarters. You know, the after-school types. From the looks of things, many parents were unable or unwilling to come and claim their child after all hell broke loose. As a group of gods and goddesses feed upon the adult chaperone, you know there'll be plenty of unattended morsels ripe for the taking. You shamble past the gorging immortals into the courtyard beyond. Small eyes look up toward you, doughy faces reddish pink with tears like fresh plump strawberries. Juicy. You shamble toward the bunch and they flee like so many games once played with laughter on this very ground. The screams tickle and titillate your senses. This is fun. Some of these kids are quick, but lucky for you, most aren't. There was an epidemic before yours, childhood obesity, and now you reap the benefits of the fatted calf. One particularly chunky monkey stands out. He's out of breath just thinking of fleeing. Your immortal daughter is faster than his waddle. He's so out of shape that you catch him only by shambling. Someone call the Mothers Against Bullying. This just isn't fair. You feast. The virginal muscle tissue never used is sweet and tender. You want to thank his parents for using the TV as a babysitter and a bag of potato chips as a pacifier. He's a veal cutlet. The children chum the waters with their screams. Soon, every interminable being within 4 city blocks arrives. You get frantic. Better move on to more before they're all gone. Alas, soon they are. Nothing lasts forever, except you. Where to next? There's a pawn shop across the street. Maybe I can help these humans trade in their old life for the new. Corner grocery. When hunting, hang out where the food feeds. Or, follow the cars. You may be the tortoise, but the hare is bound to run out of gas sooner or later. Alright. Alright. Pawn shop. Grocery. Or, follow the cars. Alright. We've eaten the children. But there's a pawn shop across the street. Maybe we can help these humans trade in their old life for the new. There's a corner grocery. When hunting, hang out where your food feeds. Or follow the cars. You may be the tortoise, but the hare's bound to run out of gas sooner or later. Yeah, Lou's got a point. We don't want to go to the hospital. Who knows what you might catch there? Hospital's full of sick people. Should have split the nursery and the old folks' home. I'm going to write to the author to complain. Well, it's James Shanup. Shanup? I don't know. Yeah, I don't want nursery / old folks' home. I want to choose between the two. This guy was going to say, I thought he said porn shop, but I realized it's not what he said. Nope. Nope. Pawn shop. It's a shop where they sell pawns. Yep, bum to go. Alright, we'll give it another 20 seconds or so, see if anyone else wants to chime in, like our Vum to go friend here. I mean, if you're here spamming the chat, you could always participate in the poll. Be fun. Maybe do something worthwhile for once in your life. It's Veronica and her link for the malware curious. Alright. Where are we going, chat? We are going... We are going to the grocery store, because when hunting, you hang out where your food feeds. Alright, 314. The pawn shop, says Brian. Right in front of the rook shop, the bishop shop, and Starbucks, formerly the knight shop. Okay. Alright, apparently we're going to Z-Mart. This particular station hasn't exploded. Yet. Though there are plenty of drugstores that are not so lucky. Maybe it's because of the sorry no gas signs up on the pumps, or because it's too close to the heart of the city. Anyone who wanted to evacuate probably planned on filling up on the way out. Still, it's eerie to see such a popular locale with no patrons. Not eerie like it would be for a human, suddenly seeing the building as a ghost ship floating amid a newly dead city, but eerie in the sense that you were hoping there'd be people here to eat. Not having people to eat gives you the willies. You go up to the front door, looking in through the glass facade. As evidenced from the order within, you could deduce that people have yet to loot the road trip snacks and caffeine-laden drinks, if you were capable of such deductions. Instead, you look in, your glazed-over eyes searching for any sign of prey through the glass. You put your flat palms up against the door and shake them with a frustrated grunt. Ugh. After a moment, you give up and go search for another entrance. Oh hey, look at that! Someone crashed a car into the back area where the pharmaceuticals are normally locked up. You move around the hood, past the crushed cinder blocks, and amble your way into the building. There have certainly been people here. You can smell the panic from those looting the medical supplies. They tried to be quick, but almost certainly attracted a group of immortals during the siege. They made a clear mistake, using their getaway vehicle as a battering ram. Oh, what you would give to have been here for that. Unfortunately, that event has long since passed. Now it's just the dull panorama of a raided pharmacy. Nothing could interest you less than the medical supplies. What need have you of triage when you don't bleed? It's amazing how much emphasis the mortals put on healing. One quick dose of Gilgazyme, and they'd never be sick again. Maybe you should open a free clinic. Ding! The doorbell rings in the form of the front door motion detector. Your jowls tingle in a sensation that once would have brought a rush of saliva. You move toward the front of the store. There is a connection through the manager's office. I'm gonna check the pharmacy, a man says. Be quick, a woman replies. Oh, I will, you'd say, if you could. The man walks through the portal to your world, looking back and saying 2 minutes to his companion, with a grin that probably turns into a look of, oh shit, when he turns and bumps into you. 2 minutes? Nah, you don't need that much time. You've bitten into him before he even had time to scream. But scream he does. You claw and bite at the sound of that screaming, wanting to claim it for yourself. His revolver falls to the floor in a clatter. That could have been a lot worse. Then he falls, his lifeblood shooting out like hell's geyser, no longer possessing the strength to do anything but die. The woman runs in, screaming like a car just before impact, ready to get revenge with her crowbar. She puts all of her 90-pound weight into the swing and lands the implement in the crook of your neck with a dull thud. Oh, how she must regret trying to be skinny all these years. The time she refused to lift weights at the gym because she didn't want to look gross and muscly. Now she's a waif. And to you, she's a wafer. She crunches between your teeth, folding under your grasp with laughable effort. You hunch and eat her, and once you do, you rise to leave. The man's corpse has gone cold, so it interests you no more. Lucky him. He'll rise again in 6 hours. This is how the strong survive. So, where to next? I'm still hungry. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet? Where do scared people go? Police station! Or, the dead are rising. A cemetery seems appropriate to continue my own personal horror movie. Alright, so buffet, police station, or cemetery. Right? Yeah. Those are options? Yes. Okay, so we've eaten a couple raiding the pharmacy, but we're still hungry, so how about an all-you-can-eat buffet? Or go to the police station, because that's where scared people go. Or, the dead are rising, cemetery just seems appropriate. Continue our own personal horror movie. Lou says, chest, mate. Ronan says, where'd you even find these books? I honestly don't know. My sister got them for me for birthday or Christmas at some point in the last couple of years. This one that we're reading right now, Infected, is part of a series of the Click Your Poison. So this is Infected, Will You Survive the Zombie Apocalypse? Other Click Your Poison books include Murdered, Can You Solve the Mystery? Superpowered, Will You Be a Hero or a Villain? Pathogens, More Zombie Apocalypse Survival Stories. Marooned, Can You Endure Treachery and Survival on the High Seas? And Spied, coming in 2019. Can you save the world as a secret agent? So this was published in 2012. So, Or, wait. No, this might have been originally 1984 and re-upped in 2012. Probably not, though, because, George Clooney wouldn't have been that notable in 84, so... Yeah, 2012. So, Undead Rising, I don't know if this is a series. Let's see. This is 2015, might be a one-off. Let's see. Well, hard to say. This is this author's M.E. Kincaid's their first book. All right, how we doing on the poll here? We are a much cleverer zombie than last time, notes Lou. Yeah. Yeah, they do sound fun. I might actually try checking some of those out. See if the library has them. All right, how are we doing? Okay, I think we have a consensus here. But yeah, I don't know where she picked them up. Probably Amazon or something. But yeah, they're fun. Let's see. We're going to the cemetery. Okay. Don't know why there would be live people there, but you know, the horror movie aesthetic. 288. Whoop, boop, boop, boop. Okay, here we go. You amble past the iron gates, dry roses crunching underfoot, and into the cemetery. The place is a graveyard. No one's here. You clearly watched too many movies back when you were mortal, and apparently something deep within your psyche told you this would be the place to go. It's not. Humanity no longer has the means to bury their dead in ceremonious plots. The dead here will not rise again. There will be no mourning of loved ones inside this once green-lawned sanctuary of bones, so better keep moving. Options. I'm still hungry. How about an all-you-can-eat buffet or... okay, so it's same options. Buffet or police station. So. And they both had 28%, so we'll have to do another poll. Alright, are we heading to the buffet? Or, to the police station, where all the scared people go? Oh, come on, YouTube chat. Be better. Okay, I've got something on my floor and that's bugging me, so... Sorry, I had a bupsha, a schnitzker sitting on my floor and I did not like it. Did not like it at all. Alright, how we doing? Okay, we're going to the police station, it looks like. Yep, police station. Okay. Scared people go to the police station, so let's go to the police station. 328. As you approach the police station, you behold a glorious sight. Throngs of unwashed humanity all lined up at the front door, exposed and demanding salvation. You're here to deliver. The people are a tinderbox waiting to riot, and your moan provides that spark. There are fallen immortals around the crowd. You weren't the first to arrive. Evidently, the mob was coherent enough to fight off the initial wave, but there were casualties, and the police show no sign of assisting these refugees. So each progressive wave takes a toll on the group's psyche, moving them more toward desperation. As if waiting for your cue, those who were bitten and died among those mortals now rise as gods and attack their former husbands, wives, children, friends, humans. Others from the pantheon join in and sweep out across the street to attack. Your instinct was right. Panicked people came to this police station, and what could have been a formidable militia is now just penned-up cattle. You make it to the crowd with your fellow flesh-eaters. Humanity's first instinct is to press back, but you can actually hear the crush of those at the front of the line over the screams of the crowd. With the dumb, hands in front of my face reaction prevalent, you get to eat a lot of hands and forearms. Then, gunshots erupt. The crowd parts like the Red Sea, in more ways than one, and gives a clear view of police officers in riot gear, supplemented by National Guard troops. They lower their weapons from having fired them in the air, and now shoulder them professionally. "If you're alive, get on the ground! We're about to open fire!" orders the chief of police from his bullhorn. With this command, the vast majority of the mob drops into a cowering ball onto the pavement. The chief continues, "Open fire in 3!" A lingering synapse wants to warn you of something. The feelings these people have are broken within you. It's a vestigial fear, a severed emotional connection, but it's not enough to get you to act. 2! Instead, you continue chewing on the wrists of your victim, despite her attempts to fall to the ground. 1! Fire! The police and soldiers open fire above the heads of the living and blast apart limbs and torsos of the immortal with automatic burst fire and semi-automatic weapons. The few humans who were in too much shock to duck, now fall limply to the floor after some lead insistence. The woman you hold dances as the bullets ricochet within her ribcage. Your torso is riddled with holes by the barrage, but none of the shots strike you in the head. You almost smile at the thought of how creepy you must look, full of bullet wounds that don't bleed. Your stomach and internal organs are a different story, however. Bodily functions may be on pause, but once your gut is punctured, the contents spill forth. The woman you were eating falls dead from gunshots. No longer interested, you let her drop and move forward. Those firing all but drop the weapons to hip level. This is how worthless the attack proves. They don't let off the trigger, and the damage is minimal. But something catches your eye. Snipers have arrived on the roof. A red targeting reticle lasers in on your forehead. Your instincts were right about the number of people hoping to be rescued here, but they were off on the associated dangers with confronting a police station. The bullet in your brain confirms it. The end. Well, hello, Lee. And you just got here? Yeah, we just finished our path through the second story. So, we had a fun adventure as a zombie. Yeah, we've been having the chat vote on what path we'd take through the story. So, we had so in our first zombie adventure, we just kind of ignored the outbreak and went and got salad at a local eatery and sat outside eating our salad, and then some disheveled person came and coughed on us, and then we got sick and turned into a zombie. How'd that one end? I forget how that one ended up, but and then in this one we went to our survival compound, which got overrun, so we left, and then we raided a farmhouse and got bit, and then we wandered around as a zombie and ate a bunch of kids at a nursery, and ate a couple who were trying to find medicine at a pharmacy, ended up at the police station, and got our head blown off by a police sniper. So fun stuff. And I had a cake, and we sang me happy birthday, and my sister gave me a present, which is this useless box, which all that happens is when you flip the switch, the box flips it back closed. The little thing comes out of the box to flip it. No, the box says no. The switch will be in the down position. Oh, the rats. That's right. In the first story we read, we got we heard some squeakies, and we went after the squeakies, and it was a bunch of rats. And the rats ate us as we ate the rats, but there were more rats than us, so eventually the rats won. That's right. Lee says, you reading a Choose Your Own Adventure book? Yeah, these are Choose Your Own Adventure zombie stories. So what's interesting about them is both of them do have the gimmick where if you don't survive, if you get bitten, the story continues as a zombie and you go around eating people. Sewer rats, yeah. Now, the interesting thing about these is in one of them, at least, one of the story paths is there's actually a cure. You can actually turn into a zombie and get cured again. And then there's another path where you actually take down the whole conspiracy behind the organization that's doing the FDA not approved Zomba cream or whatever it is, Gilgazine something. Brian enjoyed this, particularly the second book. Yeah, what's interesting is this one is a bit more has a bit more pop culture references, kind of humor to it. This one's a bit more tongue-in-cheek, I'd say, than this one, but it also has a lot more options. I mean, you can tell that this one's a larger book, but they're both pretty fun romps. Ronan says the only way that this box would be better is if it's a cat paw that comes out rather than just a little. But yeah, that would be cute and adorable. But this is a useless box, not a cute and adorable box. So, yeah. Hang on a second. Yeah, so what many of you are probably familiar with are these, the actual Choose Your Own Adventure books, which are exactly the same, but written for a much younger audience. I mean, these are like sci-fi stories, and there's some monster stories and stuff, but they're for more like 8 to 14. I don't know. Does it actually say an age range on here? Let's see. What are these rated for? Well, are the quotes come from kids age 11, 13, 17, and 11. So I guess older children and younger teenagers maybe would be the idea for these. Yeah. Skyrub says, I prefer the first one, even though we didn't last very long. Yeah. Trilink, hey, hello, thank you very much. So, let me put these back in their box. There we go. So that is our and Vum Nago to. Oh, you spelled Nago wrong, you silly person. It's NGO. It's Vum Nago, not Vum Ong. No one says Vum Ong. Come on, man. Need a werewolf? Choose your own adventure. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me during my birthday live stream. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. So I guess I'll see y'all this weekend for the Molehill Mountain podcast, and then some more Trails in the Sky SC on Sunday. Hope you're looking forward to it, because I certainly am. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.